wasting time with that.
At this point, they have the luxury. They have the luxury to take their time. Looks like Birchwood is trying to get a bridge out here. They're having some troubles.
So they're all 4 here.
Cullcraft actually has 3 team members working on locking down this gap.
Yeah,
Let's head out
Robin
here
Klassen
and
from
see.
Coalcraft has still not left his workbench, so he's probably crafting materials, which will be useful in whatever he's going to do next. He's now heading out.
Looks like Arbiter is going to be moving up now to join Robin. Looks like there's going to be a little bit of an item exchange here. Looks like leather armor.
He probably made suits for everybody, based on the time he spent there.
Team Birchwood is having nothing but problems here. CPU9 just got shot off of another bridge attempt.
Yeah, they still have not bridged across. It looks like they are trying to go behind the bridge to make it a little safer, and probably build up 2 levels here and then 1 level out. I hope that made sense on your stream.
Here goes another bridge attempt that is once again going to end in failure. They need protection.
Yeah, I don't like them bridging out on this part of the bridge. It's too exposed. They really need to finish their bridge. They started on the back because they can add extra blocks. Well, they have free cover, and they can also they already have the double height started, which should prevent them from arrows even more.
And now that nighttime is setting in, they are also going to have some troubles because they have not lit up their forest at all. So it may end up that Team Birchwood is going to end up finding themselves trapped here in the forest with no bridge across the gap.
I'm going to see if anyone has sprinted ahead, because I only see 2 Cull Crafters at the... 2
Cull Crafters are hanging back at the... or 1 is hanging back at the forest to continue putting pressure. Apu.
Yeah, Robin is heading ahead and is lighting up the forest. The secondary forest.
Moose is also hanging back and shooting, and looks like we may have a bridge here. We do have a completed bridge on the Birchwood side, so they are now finally across and making some progress forward. I expect that means that Cullcraft is probably going to pull up now and start heading down the lane.
Robin is running
into
some zombie troubles, but I think he can take care of it with his leather armor and his iron sword.
So Robin is heading down their lane. Do we have anybody at... It looks like Cullcraft has actually made it all the way down to Painwater. Yes, they do have a bridge there, a TNT bridge. So they have prepared their attack ahead of time.
With how much of a lead they have, they can probably get out with the red wool and possibly remove the TNT bridge, making them think that they don't have it before
it looks like that's going to be
even
the
make
case
it there.
Because Arbiter is just about to reach the red wool fleecy box.
And he's there.
Door's open. The chest is open. The wool has been taken. The wool is in hand.
Now, we have seen players refresh their leather armor because there is leather in the chests that are provided here, but it doesn't look like... actually, Arbiter is going to do that. He's just tossed his old leather armor out and is going to craft a new set with the materials in there. There are also golden apples in there.
So as per usual in this map, this is going to be critical for Team Cullcraft and Team Birchwood. Because now... if Arbiter is able to make it back successfully with the red wool,
yeah, he's got red wool in hand.
Team Cullcraft doesn't have to worry about Painwater anymore. All they will have to worry about is preventing Birchwood from getting the red wool.
And yeah, most players are biasing to hit their head in lava, which is a good idea because if your feet get stuck in lava, it will sort of suck you down as the pain animation causes you to freeze and drop. So biasing with your head is a good idea because it drops you out of the lava when you get hurt. Ooh!
Oh!
He tried to power through the lower part of lava and was not able to make it. He should have munched a golden apple.
Now here is an interesting question. How much wool did Arbiter take? And luckily it was only 5 wool. If Arbiter had taken all the red wool and lost it, that actually would have ended the match right there.
More importantly, the fact that the death message said that he went up in flames will tell the other team that they have reached Painwater, so deleting this TNT bridge on the way back will not provide them complete immunity from them knowing that they were over there. And it looks like they already are heading down to The map's not loading for me, but they're heading down to Chutes and Ladders.
Indeed. So Colecraft has really pulled out ahead here. Still no action on this end of the lane from Birchwood. There we go. Looks like Hello Lion is making his or her way down the lane. And this appears to be the most lane advanced member of Team Birchwood at this point. I do not see any torches being placed down, so it's going to be a rough trip back. And Hello Lion is in some trouble here, fighting some mobs, spiders and zombies. And there's going to be more where that came from, so this is going to be... Hello Lion is probably going to be in some pretty bad shape at this point. Almost had a bit of a creeper problem, almost had a spider problem.
Colecraft has reached the last turn in Chutes and Ladders.
And Hello Lion has just arrived at Chutes and Ladders from the Team Birchwood side.
And Arbiter is going to be making another attempt at Pain Water. He may have iron armor on this time. Let's see. He's going to do it with no armor, which I think may be a mistake.
Hello Lion may actually... Oh! Hello Lion arrived just in time to stop Colecraft's attempt at Chutes and Ladders.
Ah, so he was shot off?
Indeed, Hello Lion shot Robin off of the final ladder in the Chutes and Ladders section, which sets Colecraft back at the beginning where they started.
So at this point, the game is pretty much even. They both have no walls, and they've advanced pretty much the same distance. Colecraft still has an advantage. They already have platforms in place on Chutes and Ladders, and they already have somebody in Pain Water running it, and they have a bridge across, but it could easily go either way right now.
Indeed. Arbiter is almost at the end of his second attempt. It seems to be stalling momentarily.
He is probably waiting for his health to regen. I'm really surprised that he did this without any armor on. This shows a lot of confidence in his practice or complete craziness.
It looks like he's going to be successful. Ah, that's a smart move. Throwing down a bed in the flexi box.
Ah, yes, it is night. That gives him attempts to do this, because if he takes 5 wool at a time, he's got, what is that, 10 attempts left? If I remember how many wool is in a box.
Somewhere around there.
He's probably going to make another suit of armor, and hopefully this time he is going to use golden apples. Greetings, MC Gamer. Super Gamer Troll.
Arbiter is now donning some leather armor. Eating... not sure what. Doesn't appear to have been a golden apple. I don't see any particle effects on Arbiter. So he was just refreshing his hunger bar and going for it with leather armor and guts.
Yeah,
Looks like Colecraft is arriving at Painwater right now. It would be amazing if they managed to shut down Arbiter here at Painwater.
Birchwood is on the left, or on the lane.
Did I say Colecraft? I'm sorry. Yes. Birchwood has arrived, or has not arrived. In fact, it was a camera person who tricked me.
Come up here and look.
They were walking
look at the
on
TNT bridge. There's a curious passenger on it that may cause some problems in the near future.
Hopefully, Arbiter sees this creeper on his way back, or things are going to get very interesting.
He is almost back. I believe he has made it out of all of the lava of consequence, so it's just a cakewalk out as long as he doesn't get shot by any other members of the other team, and there aren't any nearby.
Yep, he is now approaching the front door. Should be a cakewalk from this point forward, but will Arbiter see the creeper? Oh, is he going to reset his spawn point? If he resets his spawn point here before he goes across the bridge and then gets blown up by the creeper, he's going to have to start Painwater completely over, but he did not set his spawn point, so this is going to be very interesting.
He placed wool.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
He did place wool in the chest by Painwater, so even if he died, he wouldn't have... the team itself wouldn't have to run everything. He could always have broken his bed to get to the beginning and have another team member pick it up.
That is true.
So if the other team was not cognizant of the going up in flames message, there's a bed over there too. He should have broken this bed because it still is an indication that they were over here.
Not seeing any action on Painwater or Chutes and Ladders at this point from Team Birchwood.
And I'm not sure if we missed this before or if you caught it. The extra iron on Birchwood's side has been destroyed from the trap on Chutes and Ladders.
At this point, I don't know when that happened, but let's go see how things are going on down the lane here, and maybe they got iron earlier on at those original rooms.
It looks like Robin is going to make another attempt at Chutes and Ladders. He already has his platforms in place, and there is no enemy fire to suppress him, so he may be able to make it clearly. Or quickly. And for
it looks like Team Birchwood did in fact make it to their iron room and take the majority or all of the iron, where Cullcraft did not. Birchwood also went and got their diamond room. So I think Birchwood was thinking ahead here. I am very interested to find out how this is going to affect play, because Cullcraft actually had originally leapt out in front of the other team, but if they have not made any efforts to move towards diamond armor, they're going to find themselves in a tough position later.
Yeah, it is possible that two Birchwood team members could just camp Chutes and Ladders and ever prevent them from getting across this, though Robin is almost through. He still has to make it back out. Now there is
I am not seeing any team members here from Team Birchwood. So Robin may be able to get all the way down without being harassed at all.
You know, he's doing this run without any armor at all. I suspect he is going to tunnel under or over the set of mobs to make it to the wool room. Sometimes with diamond armor, you see people simply drop down and run straight to the wool room. That is occasionally successful. It's really quick, but you have a risk of creepers blowing up the wool box, and you still have to get out through the mobs. Okay, Robin has now reached the bottom of the ladder.
Currently on the Birchwood side, Cake Bandit is the furthest advanced player in the last wooden fortress before the mountain, and doesn't seem to be quickly making his way to Chutes and Ladders, so Robin once again will be able to continue unharassed.
Robin is already
use the behind the wall method.
And I like that he destroyed his lapis ladder, or his lapis foothold blocks. That way it's not visible that he's actually running it if he stays shifted the whole time. Though he just broke a block that would indicate that.
He just unleashed the silverfish. This is not going to end well for Robin.
He
looks
might
like
be able
he
to
has.
Because remember, silverfish don't do that much damage, especially on easy. But it is going to be visible because he already has cave spiders locked onto them, so they will follow him along the bottom as he tunnels.
Indeed. Gonna look and see what Team Birchwood is up to once again.
But those are the last silverfish you should have to deal with. If he mines in a straight line until he hits bedrock, he will not run into any more silverfish. It is possible a blaze can spawn up there, though.
It appears that Team Birchwood's philosophy is that slow and steady wins the race. Two team members are hanging out in the last wooden fortress, apparently working on creating some things. And I would venture to guess that the other two team members are probably here trying to get the green wool at the first dungeon. And it appears that this is so. Looks like there's a lot of spider action going on here. But I do not see any team member names. I'm having trouble finding them.
Moose from Birchwood is running the green wool, and I can see a lot of mobs on my screen that the level hasn't loaded in yet. But Moose is in the fortress, and he's on Team Cullcraft.
It does not appear that either team has made it down to the green fleecy box at this point.
And most teams do seem to get the green wool last in this tournament.
Now it looks like, is that Moose there coming out at the bottom?
He is heading down.
That is Arbiter. Arbiter is working on the green.
Oh, is he already even lower?
Indeed.
Oh wow, I didn't see
this is going to be very interesting. Cullcraft has a heck of a lead at this point. If Arbiter is able to survive this and get the green wool, we know for a fact that they already have the red wool and the green wool.
And they will safely be able to
momentarily.
get the blue wool.
Indeed, because they are not getting harassed by Birchwood. I presume that Birchwood had a plan in mind, but they might be just too slow to act on it to stop Cullcraft from completing. It's gonna end up being critical that they stop Robin from making it out of Chutes and Ladders with the blue wool.
Oops, forgot my button. Sorry.
Robin appears to be making steady progress and should be arriving just now over the blue fleecy box. So there we have it. Robin just needs to go down now.
It looks like Cullcraft is tunneling down through the side wall of the Fellowship's fortification, and they've died at least once because I see minecart and tracks and picks sort of around the base of their side of the Fellowship fortification. Moose from Team Cullcraft has reached the wool room and is picking up green wool. And yes, we are invisible to the other team, but we are not invisible to each other. Moose is heading out with the green wool. If, I believe it's Robin who was going for the blue wool, has it and is on his way out, this may be over in the next couple minutes. If they can manage to stop Robin...
Robin has just obtained the blue wool from the fleecy box and is heading up and back out.
Moose is making his way out with the green wool. And I believe he has a safe path. They built a ladder that goes up most of the way.
This is going to be a very short match. Team Birchwood, I don't think that they know what's coming for them. I wonder if they suspect how many wolves have been captured by the enemy team. They're spending most of their time in these buildings here, and I suspect that they've been crafting armor and items and things, but those items aren't going to see any use in this match.
Yeah, unless they can get arrows on the ground pointing at Robin. And he may be doing the back. I think he is doing it. I think he's going to tunnel to the back, and they're going to toss up the sides. So if they can get the blue wool up there safely, there's no contest here. Yes, Robin has tunneled out the back. He just needs to wait for a team member to tunnel down. And his pick is broken, so he's doing it by manually punching the bricks, which takes, I think, 15 seconds per block. Sorry about the button.
This is a very interesting strategy. I don't think I've actually seen this one in use before.
Yeah, F1 removes both the
time.
nameplates and the death messages. So yeah,
he's on his own, though. It doesn't appear that his teammates have started any other kind of tunnel.
he's putting a little marker in there for them.
No, he's actually... Oh, that's Lapis. Okay. I thought
way
that was Blue Wool for a second.
That way they know where to stop. So I expect a teammate to come to the side and tunnel down. It looks like it may be Apu. Looks like Cake Bandit may be heading towards Painwater.
This may be the worst possible way for them to actually do this strategy here, because all of the arrow battles happen to be taking place right here. If Robin would have just come straight out with the wall, they potentially could have been on their way by now, I would think. They weren't feeling any pressure at Chutes and Ladders.
Arbiter Uprising is heading down to meet Robin. And I assume he will toss up the blue wool once he's ready.
Yep, there goes the tunneling action. It doesn't appear that Robin has left any blue wool here. I'm not sure I understand the strategy.
What they're going to do is they're going to try to toss the blue wool across the lane and have Arbiter pick it up.
Ah, I see. The lapis has been placed. If the lapis is placeable, why not place the blue wool earlier?
Kullcraft now has the blue wall. Okay, so it is okay.
Well, it wasn't used for any kind of cheating. So
Oh yeah.
it seems one after the other.
They've got blue wool, I expect them to head back now.
Right. So it seems that's an acceptable mistake according to the rules.
Okay.
So Arbiter should be heading back with the blue wool, which is going to be the game. I'm going to check and see how Birchwood is doing, but I don't think they have much of a chance at this point. This match is about to be over.
If they can prevent them from getting across the final bridge, maybe, but they still need to get all 3 wools as far as I know. I don't see any evidence that they've run chutes and ladders. They may be running pain water right now, and I think they may actually almost be to the green wool room.
It does appear that Cake Bandit is on his way back from the red fleecy box. But I don't know if it's going to be in time. I have a feeling that by the time I get back on the other side of the mountain, Team Kullcraft is already going to be up and out and on their way back. Am I right?
I would assume so. They have all 3 wools. Unless
It
something
appears
happened.
so. I believe that the victory run is currently taking place right now.
I can't tell who this is from Birchwood, but they are currently surrounded by
I am
spiders.
tracking Arbiter. Arbiter is on his way back, and he's in a big hurry. We know what that means. Arbiter reading the chat probably. Trying to find out if what he did was okay. It looks like it's been approved. He's not going to get shot off of the bridge. It looks like he's going to make it safely through the forest. He's holding the blue wool in hand. But the victory monument currently does not have any wool on it. Moose has the green wool in hand. Green wool has been placed. The red wool has been placed. And the blue wool has been placed, and that's the game. Team Kullcraft wins handily and quickly.
I believe that was 25
That was a very
minutes.
good game. Indeed, that was a good, quick game. Personally, I think that Birchwood got caught off guard. I think that they must have presumed that they would have more time to prepare their strategy.
I think they may have gotten flustered not being able to bridge across quickly because they were pinned down there for a good 2.5, 3 minutes. And that's all the time it takes. So I'm actually really surprised that Kullcraft never went for the iron blocks, but they were successful without it.
Indeed, that was a very impressive run. I would be very surprised to see that same strategy work against other teams, but we will see what happens.
They may have.
I am definitely impressed.
They may have watched, adapted their strategy directly for Birchwood Studios, in that they know that they were a slow-paced team that they could just sprint ahead, and not have any pressure. And it could be that they will do something different for the next match.
And here we have something similar to the traditional Victory Monument detonation, although it appears that TNT was a misfire somehow.
I think TNT... That's curious. They may have removed it. Because TNT definitely works, because that trap over there was exploded.
Indeed, yes.
There it goes, I think.
There it goes.
Maybe there's the spawn reason heads out protected more than we would think. Oh wait, isn't
yeah, they may be protecting the Victory Monument
I think that is against the Reddit
I saw
rules
they
for that.
said they were So they're using regions to protect certain things based off of the rules, and it just so happens that the Victory Monument is protected from TNT detonation, which is going to kind of screw up our RFW tradition.
We could try to spawn a lot of creepers.
No, I think that I'll leave it to the server operators to decide what they want to do. But yes, definitely a very good match. Looks like that's the end of our first hour. We're going to have the next match of Brute versus the Yellow Jackets in either an hour or as soon as the next two teams are ready. I'm going to use this opportunity to take a quick break and stretch my legs. I'll be right back.
All right. And yes, the commencing with the tradition would be nice. And this server has been graciously hosted by Moldunaz of securedservers.com. I would like to thank both teams that participated. Team Birchwood Studios, which is Antoids, Cake Bandit, Hello Lion, and CPU9. And the winners, Team Coalcraft, which is Apu Apu, Arbiter Rising, Moose 12321, and Robin Klassen. In approximately 55 minutes, we will have the Yellow Jackets versus Brute in the same map. And that will close out the quarterfinals of the Reddit RFW tournament. And the reason there's a little talk about a button is that my giant Minecraft fisty arm is there. If you put a button, and everything ends up smaller so they get more visual space. And I will probably be running some community stuff later. I'm not sure what yet. We will see how exhausted I am from the event. Oops. Can't spell. There's a cookie. Some people are suggesting that levers work better. They're both pretty small. And to those of you who are just getting back, the next race is in approximately 55 minutes. And yes, for the semifinals, I plan on making a texture pack that has... Oh, server's resetting. Let me get to my other window here. Where's my XSplit window? For those of you wondering how to get into the next Reddit RFW tournament, details will be available on reddit.com/r/mctourney in the near future after the conclusion of the current season. The next event will be the Yellow Jackets versus Brute. And it will be in just about 50 minutes. And the map I'm showing on my stream, which you probably don't see on co-stream, is CoStar's work in progress RFW map. And yes, Yellow Jackets versus Brute will be on all 3 channels that are currently streaming. My channel, twitch.tv/Detroit, CoStar's channel, twitch.tv/CoStar, and Hypnotized channel, twitch.tv/hypnotized with a Z, and there's an underscore on that. Or you can watch the multi-stream, and I will paste the link to that in in mine and CoStar's channel, because I don't believe I'm in Hypnotized's chat. And this map is currently going to be called Owlbox. And Team Coalcraft won the last match. I'm actually going to change my title here before I forget. And I will hide it until we're ready to go.
Alright, I am back.
Welcome back.
So where do we stand at the moment?
They took the server down. I'm not sure if it's back up yet. I was talking to the stream, and a request from the stream is that you do not put the winners like you did last time in your Twitch comments, because it can affect the titles in the video and they can get it spoiled before it actually shows up.
Okay. Fair enough. So is the other team already ready to play, or
I have not heard
are we
anything
going to
yet.
be waiting until the time? Let me check things here.
And the next Redstoners round has not been scheduled yet, but it probably will be within the next week or 2.
Alright, well I'm going to kill some time then until we get notification from Author Blues as to what's up.
I've already logged
Looks
back
like
into
the
your
match
map.
server's still down, so yep, I'm there too. So we'll do a little bit of building in the meantime while we wait.
The next map will also, or the next match will also be on RFW2 Direct Fire. What I'm currently showing on my stream, and probably will be on co-stream shortly, if not already, is his Race for Wool map, which is still a work in progress. And yes, I have had cardboard cuts before, even corrugated cardboard, because the paper, stiff paper on the edge can still cut through.
Yeah, so I like this design for a indicator as to something being important. I think it works well.
I agree.
It's easily visible from far away and
It glows.
fairly nice looking.
And it's orange.
It glows. I think I'm gonna have it stick out in this direction.
My stream is mocking you, telling you that you should make the spawn platform a huge peace sign. Because only hippies need flowers. Obviously a joke, and we have a visitor.
Pause, unpause. Stop slacking off. Does that mean they're ready? I have not been contacted by anybody yet.
I think he means making the map.
Ah.
And the first race has already occurred. The second race will be starting in about 45 minutes.
Oh, I think he's saying that he plays RFW nonstop. He never quits.
Ah.
He
Well, I
wakes
believe
up,
that.
plays RFW, and then goes to sleep and repeats every single day.
And he plays Super Hostiles in his sleep.
Yeah, these are very visible from the far ends of the map, so this is going to work out good. I like it.
The other two teams are the Yellow Jackets and Brute. Team Yellow Jackets is WCA, E. Carter 32, Renrock, and Hakuda, or possibly Hasuda. Brute is TM Caffeine, I am Zerk Boy, Kuka Jamo 95, and Try 348.
Okay, JCLL is copying the map over and preparing the server as we speak.
And Seth Blank is saying he wasn't listening to the stream, but he heard that you gave Colecraft credit for the Blue Wool pass behind the map, and that was Seth Blank's idea, from what I am aware of. They may have come up with on their own, I don't know.
I don't recall us giving them credit for it. We just said that that's
Yeah,
the strategy they were using. We didn't say they invented it.
I don't recall saying that either, that it was...
Yep, but good to know who the inventor was.
Well, again, this is the kind of thing
kudos
that...
to Seth.
It is possible that it's multiply determined, but the first place I saw it was with Seth playing. And yes, I am watching the chat. Free Without Walls says Seth is basically the Thomas Edison of Minecraft. I wonder who makes the Nikola Tesla of Minecraft.
Yeah, I like the appearance of the goal rooms now. That's pretty nice.
And for those of you who have just joined, this is, or who didn't see the pre-show, this is the Race for Wool map that Co is working on. It is not yet done. Do you want to explain how the victory condition works?
Yeah, the victory condition on this map is going to be 1 wool, but you have to achieve 2 goals to obtain it. They are indicated by those orange and black strips. The first one is that you have to obtain this yellow flower here. And then the second one, you have to get up to the top of the platforming section and through the owl boxes to obtain the red flower. You turn both of the flowers into yellow and red dye, which you mix together to make orange dye, which you then craft with a white wool block to create an orange wool block that you then take back to the beginning and place in the victory monument. So 2 goals, 1 wool in the end.
And no, there's not orange wool
Updating the red side.
in the spawn logo. Those are jack-o'-lanterns
those are jack-o'-lanterns, so there's no free orange wools anywhere.
That's right, CoStar has finally invented a use for jack-o'-lanterns.
There we go, got that fixed up again. So yeah, now we can get a feel for how it looks with both of them set up. I think it looks good.
I like
Obviously the platforms at the top above the outboxes are still a work in progress.
it. And then there's what you're going to put behind it.
What?
The skeletons.
Oh, you were showing those off.
No,
Okay.
no, I mean the box. Aren't you going to have the skeleton box up here still?
Oh, the way you said it, it was like you were indicating something that existed. But yes, there will probably be a skeleton box back here. Just to make things nice and painful. At the moment, the tournament has been using just direct fire, but they're currently in the process of evaluating other maps that will eventually be used in the later matches in the tournaments, or actually later tournaments. So it's probably going to be one map per tournament, at least going forward as far as I know. And on the subreddit they have a thread for testing out other PvP maps and things that have been found on the Minecraft forums and such. So it's not going to be direct fire forever. It's going to be a rotation of maps that we'll see in the various tournaments to come. The rest of this particular tournament is all going to be on direct fire for now.
Is it going to be one map per tournament, or are they going to use maps per levels, or random selection, or some sort of pool?
Well, like I said, I at the moment don't know. I personally would, I think a pool would be nice because if you look at other games like StarCraft 2, there's basically a pool of maps to choose from, and I think what do they usually have, a coin flip, somebody gets to choose a map, or either that or randomly selected, something like that.
And sometimes it's the map is chosen based on the beginning, so it always starts with Metalopolis or something, and then the winner or the loser chooses.
So at the moment, we don't have a pool is the issue. So we're working on establishing a pool of maps to choose from, and then the structure of the tournaments may change after that. At this point, nothing is official, and that's basically going to be decided by Author Blues, who is the arranger of these tournaments. So according to JCLL, the server is up again. I don't know if that means that they're ready to start, but let's go check it out and see what's going on.
All right.
If they're ready to start, that's fine with me. If they want to wait, then we'll come back and do some more map tweaking.
And if you make a map that you would like for me to run on my community stream, send it to either my YouTube private message or
Okay,
Twitch
so they got
private
the server
message.
up again. Tweaking my titles here. And it looks like we're the only ones here, just admins and commentators.
I shall salute the admins. Okay.
Okay.
We should probably go over the map design or layout again, so people who have just joined us can figure it out.
Sure. If you're just joining the stream, we're about to have another Race for Wool match, RFW. This is a map by Vex, V-E-C-H-S or Z, depending on which forum or website you're on.
I use the Razer Black Widow
It's called
keyboard.
Direct Fire. This is a very popular Race for Wool map. The way this works is that everybody starts on the spawn platform here, and they divide up into their respective team lanes. There's the left lane and the right lane. When the teams are ready to go, they both push buttons and they will get dropped down into the spawn water here. for a safe landing, and then they'll hop out, and that's when the battle begins. Here, the very first thing in the lanes that you'll see is the Victory Monument. And this is where, after the teams have obtained their green, blue, and red wools, they have to bring them all the way back down the lanes, come up onto their Victory Monument, and place them down in their respective locations.
And I actually do have a DOS
That is the
keyboard.
victory condition. You cannot win unless you've placed down all your wools.
But I use the Razor Block
This
Metal
first
macro
area
buttons
here,
to
there
change scenes and
is
export.
a pool of resources. Lots of iron and coal down here. There's also some pre-made cannons. Typically, this section doesn't see a lot of action on the map. The first real choke point is here at the gap. And the way this works is that once each team gets through the forest and they reach the gap, usually there is an intense PvP battle because you don't have any cover here, and you typically are building a 1 block wide bridge straight across, trying to get over as quick as you can, because the team that gets across first basically has the advantage, and they can move on to the first dungeon and tons of extra goodies as well. The first dungeon is the castle. You can see this here. It's the Green Wool dungeon. The Green Wool is actually way down here at the bottom. The castle at the top has pre-made cannons, lots of TNT and supplies. It's mostly for PvP and distraction. The wool is actually down here at the bottom in what's called a fleecy box. Fleecy boxes all have the same design. They're topped and bottomed with brick. They have glowstone in each corner, and they're surrounded in glass. And typically what has to happen is that the team will reach their fleecy box. They'll have to break in, and they'll get into the chest there, and that chest is completely full of green wool blocks. This is the only source of green wool on the map, so they have to take enough to get out and survive to bring it back to their Victory Monument. The rest of this dungeon consists of what is primarily a dark room here. This entire area is a dark room. There's spawners in there as well as naturally spawning monsters. And the initial area, which is a little bit more PvP focused and extremely PvP focused up here at the top. There's also some interesting things. As I said, there's some pre-made cannons. There's lots of TNT in the castle that you can take and use to make cannons of your own in other places. There's also a sniper tower here. And of course there's lots and lots of arrows and bows here at the top. The sniper tower is another one that doesn't see a whole lot of action, but it depends on the team and what their strategy is. So after the green wool dungeon, we have some more lane here. We have another forest, pre-made cannon there out in the middle of nowhere. A couple of little fortresses here that have some supplies. I believe the wooden fortress actually has sort of what you might call a team base with workbenches and chests ready to use. And after that you arrive at the mountain, which is the marker for the Green Wool Dungeon. The Green Wool Dungeon is called Chutes and Ladders, and as you can see it is as described. This is an extremely PvP oriented choke point on the map. If both teams arrive here at once, it becomes a very intense battle. And if either team is able to control this area, it often will end up being a match-deciding location. So as you can see, you have to make your way down into this area here. There's various goodies available. You can also see here an example of one of Vex's traps. If either team arrives here first, they can press this button, and it will ignite the TNT. There's also more TNT in the wall, and it will completely detonate all of this iron and coal. Once you get down to the back to the beginning end here of Chutes and Ladders, you can start going actually through the Chutes and Ladders part of this section. As you can see, it's made mostly out of aluminium with ladders placed on it, which is extremely difficult to navigate. You have to build some platforms, and you have to make sure that you have armor and you don't get shot off of your ladders by the enemy team, because falling damage will be critical at this point. Once you get to the end, the ladder stops and you're on your own. No more hand-holding. And it'll be your choice whether you want to burrow through the wall or put more ladders down or whatever you can come up with to make your way to the blue fleecy box. and you have to survive all these mobs. There are multiple spawners in here. As you can see, it's already getting pretty busy in here, and we haven't even started yet. And once they gain blue wool, then of course, same deal as the other dungeons. You want to get out with that blue wool, hand it off, or store it in a chest, or take it back to your victory monument. So after the mountain, we have a very narrow bridge here over a lava chasm that leads to the third wool dungeon, the red wool dungeon, known as Pain Water. Now, Pain Water is a maze that's made out of lava and water, as you can see. And the way that this works, in particular, according to Reddit tournament rules, you're not allowed to update the lava or water. And what that means is placing blocks in this area that causes the lava or water to pop out of the placed location. So to navigate this, you have to do it the way that it was intended, which means swimming through the maze. There are still multiple tricks that you can do to make this an easier task. One involves eating golden apples, perhaps wearing stronger armor. There's various areas for an experienced Pain Water navigator to actually cut through the lava and shorten their path to the Red Wool Fleecy box, as you can see here. And in this box, this one actually has a door. Probably after having gone through Pain Water, Vex was nice enough to provide the convenience of a door for this box. Here you can see an example of what a wool box looks like. It's just full to the brim with red wool, as you can see here. And there's also some workbenches and some supplies here for getting back. That doesn't make it all that much easier unless you are a very experienced Pain Water navigator. And that is the entire map. Once all the dungeons have been defeated and their wools have been pillaged, then your team will want to safely return those wools back to the beginning of the map, which is no small trek, as you can see. I'm going to be going ahead and heading back there now. Looks like we only have one team member thus far, so I'm not sure that we're going to be starting early.
One
We're
other
still
team
half an
member.
hour out from the original match time.
One other team member from Team Yellow Jackets was on earlier, WCA, but he is disconnected at the moment, or for the moment.
Looks like we've got some snowball throwing here from Hypnotized. Hypnotized is in charge of the stream that listens in on the Team Mumble rooms, so you can get a little bit of an insider point of view, hear what the teams are saying about the match as it is in action. And we will be sharing links that provide a 3-in-1 stream page where you can easily switch between the various streams, mute and unmute, to hear what's going on from various angles. This is going to be the final match of the evening, but we may do some post-game stuff later on tonight. So feel free to stick around.
Gas tiers are pretty big. Buttons and mushrooms seem to be the best.
At this point, we do not yet know if we're going to be starting early. If we start on time, it's still going to be about a half an hour. But you may want to go ahead and, if you need to take a break of any kind, maybe grab some food or get up and stretch or something like that, now would be a good time to do so.
I'm going to link the multi-stream page to both of our chat channels.
Okay, great. Thank you. Actually, I'm going to take that link and put it in my info area. So give me just a moment while I get that added there for everybody.
Just my microphone stand.
Okay, that should be on my channel page now. It is, but I need to make it an actual clickable link. There we go. We got that added, so that should be much easier. It's the only thing in my info area, so if you refresh the page, you will see the link there. I'm just going to make sure it's the right link. It is indeed, and I see 3 streams there, so it looks like it's working just fine. And there's chat as well. Awesome, 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 awesome. Very cool. Excellent job to T2T2. And I think Author Blues was helping with that as well. So, cool stuff.
Aw, nice to meet you, Deadly Bear Hugs.
Head back to my dashboard here.
And the match should be starting in approximately 25 minutes.
Yes, indeed. Once again, we do want to give a big thanks to Muldoon AZ and SecuredServers.com for providing today's match server. It's been going quite well. I haven't experienced any lag, and I think most people involved have not been experiencing any lag today. The setup has been good and stable, so many, many, many kudos. Thank you so much. It sounds like we've got some practice cannon fire going on here. We do indeed. It looks like, I'm not sure which team that these two guys are from, but it looks like they're doing some cannon testing.
I think brown is slightly less obtrusive.
Good way to kill some time before an RFW match. If you missed the first match, it will of course be available after everything is said and done later this evening. I'm going to be making highlights that are cut right before and right after each match for easy viewing. The information and links will also be available at reddit.com/r/mctourney. And there is a link on the right side of the subreddit that takes you to a list of all the videos that currently exist related to the entire tournament. So if you want to see today's matches or any of the previous matches, they will all be available there for you to view.
It looks like we have 2 members from Team Yellow Jackets on at the moment, but no members from Team Brute.
Okay, cool. Got some Ender High insanity going on here. If you are interested in participating in any of these tournaments in the future, I highly recommend that you go and subscribe to the MC Tourney subreddit. Because once this tournament is over, which it soon will be, I believe these 2 matches are going to finish up the quarterfinals and decide the teams that will be playing in the semifinals. In the semifinals, we're going to have Redstoners versus Efficiency 4, which is not yet scheduled. And
Team Kullcraft.
Team Kullcraft versus whoever wins this match.
Yes.
And that's obviously yet to be scheduled as well. But you'll be able to get information about those matches. There's also on the subreddit a calendar that shows when each of these matches will be. There's also a bracket page. And if there's anybody who has these links handy and wants to link them in the chat, actually I'll go ahead and do that myself. Here is a link to the official calendar.
I will link the calendar as well.
There you go. That's the calendar for matches. Currently it's as up to date as it can be, but if you bookmark that page, you will be able to see when the next ones come. And let me go to the subreddit here, which I will link as well. Here's the subreddit. reddit.com/r/mctourney. You may want to subscribe there if you're interested in getting involved in a future tournament, or if you just want to have up-to-date details on what's going on with the tournaments.
And let me get the...
let me get the tournament bracket here.
Oops.
Is that what you were going to do?
I have the bracket, but I was gonna... Someone was asking what do they win, and they do win things. Let me get the list of... where is it?
I have just posted the bracket link in my chat as well, so you can see Basically, the history of the tournament, how things have gone up to this point. As you can see, Redstoners and Efficiency 4 are going to be in Game 13, and it's already been updated to show Team Colorcraft in Game 14, and we are in the midst of playing Game number 12.
And no, there's not a date set for the next match. The winners of... Okay, the semifinalists, the top 4 teams, which means Redstoners, Team Colcraft, Efficiency 4 are already semifinalists, and the winner of this match will be a semifinalist. Will be given special flair on /r/Minecraft, ranks, team names, and trophies. Finalists, the winners of the semifinals, will be given Reddit Gold, graciously donated by Reddit admins. Winners of the tournament will win swag from the Reddit store, also graciously donated by Reddit admins.
I also believe that the tournament is nothing official here, but would be perfectly open to any charitable sponsors who would like to get involved and provide prizes or any sort of other things to help make the tournaments fun and exciting for everyone. And once again, special thanks to anybody who's provided server hosting in the past, and thanks to Muldoon AZ and SecuredServers.com for providing a server today.
Approximately 20 minutes until we start. Or should be starting.
I'm going to participate in the snowball fight.
This is the wrong record. Where's Malohi?
Mellow High is really an amazing song. C14 is an amazing composer. So at the moment we are just killing time, waiting for the next match to start. Looks like we have a runaway creeper here. Chicken cannon is a go. I'm not sure where this is taking place, but I know that if there was such a thing as a chicken cannon, I would want to be there to see it.
I think,
Oh, he's just shooting eggs.
yeah.
Dang it. That is so much less interesting. Didn't Kershaw made an animal cannon in general? Remember that thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome, awesome stuff.
Now they're fast chickens.
I'm not sure what the swag from the Reddit store is. I don't know if they have anything specific picked out, or if it's going to be randomly selected, or if they're waiting to pick it out until the tournament is nearing its close.
Or they may give them a choice.
They may give them their choice. That would be cool as well.
Poisaz from my channel says, "Spy chickens are spies!"
Thanks for the update, White Raw.
It was more fake heavy, but okay.
Fake heavy.
Special tactics from chickens, yes. They make egg and then defense it. Those are StarCraft references for those of you who are not familiar with that community. And Vex used MC Edit to create this map. The reason the outside stuff is not generated is that this is actually a chunk that is full of air.
I don't know if I'm going to be participating in any tournaments. Obviously, there'd be a slight conflict in that I very much like commentating these tournaments, so participating in this one in particular would be detrimental to doing that. I could hilariously try to commentate while I play, but that probably wouldn't be very pleasing for my team.
It'd be, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Yeah, it would not be very good commentary. It'd be my usual rage for the wall, flipping out kind of stuff. And then
yes,
outside
20
of
minutes.
this, our original little league that we had going is currently on hiatus because a number of the people involved have either become extremely busy.
Or extremely
We know
parented.
Good has a newborn baby. B-Dubs has he's very busy at home right now in his home life, and so we have not been able to continue. So, in terms of playing, I don't have anything on my agenda except for perhaps occasional practice or show matches, which I'm interested in. But I actually am already busy enough as it is. I don't think I can deal with having that in my life as well. I've been very much working on doing this commentating thing, and I've been working on Owlbox, as you have seen. And I'm currently I have been working on Coast Quest episodes, but I don't want to release anything that's crap, so I've been holding off. But I should be releasing an episode tonight, finally. And as usual, I still have to maintain my actual day job too, so my days are packed. I don't have any time to actually play RFW for myself, unfortunately.
Deus Ex is an awesome game, man. Pig Bear.
Got a little train going here. How about that?
With the powered minecarts. Very unusual.
Didn't those get a power boost recently? Like with 1.0, they got pumped up a little stronger?
I think they may have been broken for a bit, and now they've been fixed. I'm not entirely sure, because I don't think I've actually laid one down since they stopped crashing servers. Wait, I can't do that. Let's get a block down there.
Looks like they worked. Oh my gosh. And they have achieved a minecart singularity. Oh my god, they're imploding. They're
It
imploding.
collapsed.
It's a cartapillar.
A cartipede. Okay, where the heck are note blocks? I am not. My eyes are not working here.
At the moment, this tournament is not associated with Child's Play, and if you're seeing that on my channel page, that's actually gone now. That was my my Child's Play donation drive thing from last year, which is now over. The tournament is not currently associated with any charity stuff that I am aware of, but the possibility exists that could happen in the future. You'll have to keep in mind that this is all fairly new. The tournament, I think the subreddit itself only got started in like November or December, and the tournament started in, was it December? I think it started in December, yeah. So things are still being worked on and hashed out and talked about, decided on, and marked off of checklists and written down on notepads and so on and so forth. Nothing is set in stone at this point. This is, I would say that this is probably kind of like the kind of a practice tournament in a way to see how things are going to be. I think it's been going awesome thus far.
Oh yeah, I agree. And I think the semifinals especially, it's only going to be the best teams. It's going to be the most battle-hardened, most well-researched, most prepared teams. So it's going to be an epic confrontation between all 4 participants.
Indeed.
Well, actually, all 16 participants.
And it looks like we still only have 2 team members here, so this means since we're only 10 minutes away from starting, that we are probably going to be starting around the originally set time. Once again, if you want to take a break, get something to eat, go to the bathroom or whatever, now would be the time. Because as far as we know, we will be starting the next match in about 10 minutes.
Science.
I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break myself to make sure that I'm all set to go in case this match runs long.
Even more science. I'm not sure, but I think Efficiency 4 may have had the fastest run. People are, in my stream, are wondering about the match between Redstoners and Efficiency 4. It is possible that Efficiency 4 may sprint ahead before Redstoners can catch up to them. It could also be that Redstoners are able to deny them iron and completely derail them. We will see when that match is scheduled. It certainly could go either way. Where are... Let's see. Don't think Cat's Eye was on my list. We have Hakuda, also from Team Yellow Jackets. Or Yellow... Is it Yellow? Yeah, it's Yellow Jackets. It's Stew. Okay, Cat's Eye is a sub for Renrock. Cat's Eye 1985. And we are using Mumble to talk to each other. I'm just stewing. Need some salt. Where's the salt? Some pepper. Salt. I like that stew troid. Actually, where did Ko AFK face at? There he is. We will be getting started in approximately 10 minutes. What are we gonna do? We can toss snowballs at him. And yes, Tuesday may be renamed Tuesday. And for those asking, Team Redstoners is Etho, Seth Bling, FV Disco, and What It To You. Whatever, I would never be in a beef or a chicken stew. I'd be in a beef stew. Nom 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 nom. Let's get some salt in there, some pepper, some fruity goodness. Oh yes, if I do see vintage beef again, it will be vintage beef stew. MC Gamer, I woke up about 3 hours ago. Maybe 4. Maybe 5. It was like 2 o'clock. 3 o'clock. Somewhere in there. Someone stole all the fruity goodness. Okay, good. They've collected all the carts. Let's get rid of this, because fire's not always good. We have TM Caffeine on now from Team Brute. We shall salute them. Salute. Let's make sure PvP is on. Where's Deco? This song's kind of annoying. We now have Try 348 from Team Brute. I am Zerkboy, also from Team Brute. So we are only missing one member of Team Brute. Wait, Alright, everyone from the team seems to be here. It looks like Team Yellow Jackets may actually all be in the same room, which could be an advantage because they can use hand signals and other such things you can use when you're right next to each other. Find a brown mushroom. How can I never find things in this list? Mushroom stew. Where's the actual mushroom? There it is. I should put my title up. Yellow Jackets is all here. Brute is all here. Co is AFK. tweet this out.
Totiž je to hlavně důležité z hlediska mravního.
Zinscenovaný proces z roku 1950 sa stal symbolom krutosti komunistického režimu.
Z hlediska mravního.
Vždyť byla studená válka. Životy padaly na obou stranách.
A ono totiž je to hlavně důležité z hlediska mravního.
Ah, Twitter, why do you have to only have so many characters?
Horáková doznávala trestnou činnost zakládání protistátních skupin. Dělala něco, co neměla.
A ono totiž je to hlavně důležité z hlediska mravního.
Dělala něco, co neměla.
Oh, good. I think Ko may have come back, or he was teleported. Greetings. Am I muted on Mumble accidentally? No. Greetings.
A ono totiž je to hlavně důležité z hlediska mravního.
I think he's actually AFK. Ah, can't hear me. Greetings. Greetings.
Hello.
Ah,
Greetings.
So it was you.
Okay. Yep, it was me. Something went haywire here. My stream is showing the strangest thing. It's showing footage from a while ago for some reason. And apparently it's black screened for everybody watching. So I may need to bounce my stream because something has gone haywire here.
okay. I would suggest doing it as soon as possible because everyone looks just about ready.
Can you let them know to hold off for 1 minute? It appears that my XSplit has gone retarded.
Okay, you may have accidentally unplugged your microphone or something because I have had that cause Mumble and XSplit to freak
No.
out.
No, I didn't do that. It's USB. That would be very hard to do.
That's what I've had
No,
happen
it's
too.
XSplit's just frozen.
Okay. I love all of the cutesy stuff that's going on in my channel right now. And I will not be bouncing my stream. Negative quantum cake troid.
Hopefully all my titles and everything will still be in place.
They should be. XSplit used to not it used to always restore the state it was in, but now it asks you, because I have had some titles that kept crashing, and I would have to remove the profile to get it back up. But they did add a workaround for that. I guess I can start going over the teams, though. We have, on this side, Team Yellow Jackets, which is WCA, E. Carter 32, Cat's Eye, and Hakuda. We have Brute, which is TM Caffeine, I Am Zerkboy, Gypsy, and Try 348, and it looks like TM Caffeine is off in the corner somewhere.
It did lose my presentation, so I'm going to need to set that up.
And yes, I'm going to start looking at their skins, see if anything interesting is here. We have Hakuda, who seems to be a normal Steve. I don't see any like special hero Brian Eyes. Cat's Eye, who is blue. Don't know if that's some sort of Tron suit or not. E. Carter seems to be a mass of black and white pixels, and WCA is an Enderman in a Steve shirt-ish type thing with a creeper face. That's a person.
Okay, I think my stream is back up in action.
Try seems to be some kind of purple zombie type person, perhaps. With a tongue hanging out, that's supposed to be brains. I'm Zerkboy seems to be a Lego guy who is sad. TM Caffeine looks like a regular dude. Gypsy is an Enderman. Make sure you vanish if you haven't already.
I am now vanished. Okay, the teams should be getting ready.
Again, this is the Reddit RFW Tournament quarterfinals match between Team Yellow Jackets and Team Brute. The Yellow Jackets are in lane 1, and the Team Brute is in lane 2. Team Brute is TM Caffeine, Try 348, I Am Zerkboy, and Gypsy. Team Yellow Jackets is WCA, E. Carter 32, Cat's Eye 1985, and Hakuda. And we will be starting momentarily.
So Brute is in the right lane, and Yellow Jackets are in the left lane.
Yes. And I almost called them Yellow Cake.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Maybe they're Yellow Cake Uranium, or maybe they're Yellow Cake with buttercream frosting on it.
We're just going to get all messed up, so stop that. Alright, it looks like they're getting stuff organized in Mumble.
There's a lot of banana spam going on in your channel.
Yes, there is. I asked them to say banana if they could hear me, just to make sure everything was A-okay.
Okay.
And now I know everything is A-okay.
They said some banana in my stream, too.
Alright, that's enough bananas. We're good to go. And the match is about to start.
I will get out of arrow fire range here.
The countdown is beginning now. Once again, this is Team Brute in the right lane versus Team Yellow Jackets in the left lane. The countdown is counting down. And they're off. They're now in the spawn pool. They're working their way across. It looks like they're going to both be coming out at the same time, so it's going to come down to whoever gets a hold of the arrows first. Looks like Yellow Jackets is first to start digging under their fence, but it should still be pretty close unless Caffeine gets killed here at this point. They're actually tearing down the fence, which is not a common strategy these days, but seems like they were able to get through quick enough. Looks like Brute is gathering supplies they need to get across the gap, but they are currently getting fired upon by the Yellow Jackets.
I suspect the Yellow Jackets have fired or picked up exactly the amount of dirt they need to cross the bridge at the shortest point.
So they are blitzing the bridge. It looks like they're going to be able to get across. They're not getting fired upon. Oh, right at the last
He was knocked
minute.
off, but this gap is sprintable. They can definitely do that. Actually, that's even a non-sprint
You don't
jump.
even need to sprint. You can jump straight across that gap without a problem. So Yellow Jackets is currently in the best position to get the early advantage on the map. Looks like they're going to go for it. Carter has gone across the gap. It's the first one to the other side of that gap and is now firing back, trying to stop Brute from completing their bridge. Brute is going to be building a protective wall. Looks like the rest of Yellow Jackets are filing across right now. And Brute is still struggling to get their bridge done.
Looks like Akuda is sprinting forward, either looking for supplies to aid the troops over here or possibly running straight for the...
Tried to do a leaping bridge completion, but failed and fell to his doom. But Brute is now across. Caffeine is now getting in position to likely fire back or start working on something else. Interested to see if he's going to go for the iron rooms down here, as that is a very critical portion of this part of the map.
I lost track of Akuda. I'm curious to see if he sprinted forward or if he is trying to set off cannons.
Yellow Jackets are currently, looks like they're going straight for the iron blocks. This is a critical piece here. They're going to want to get the iron so that they can make an iron pick and then mine
Akuda is setting
the
off
diamond blocks.
cannons to attempt to take out the diamond blocks on Team Brute's side, and it looks like he has hit at least one. Though he's going to need to hit a couple more because Team Brute has knocked a couple of them out.
TM Caffeine from Team Brute is also heading down to the iron block room, and he's just going to burrow straight down in there without any breaks. At this point, it looks like he's going straight for mining the iron.
I believe that shot went right into the enemy cannon and didn't blow up.
Now it looks like Cat's Eye has probably, only got enough iron to make a pick and is going straight for the diamond room, whereas Caffeine decided to gather all of the iron and is now going to make his way back to the ladder. He's going to, head for the diamond room and take some shots at Cat's Eye. It looks like he was too late to get a good angle. He may be able to fire across here, but it's going to be a tight shot. Cat's Eye has completely protected himself. Caffeine is obviously now working on making that iron pick and collecting the diamond blocks. Cat's Eye is trying to get some shots in, but Caffeine is probably going to be pretty well covered by that glowstone block.
It looks like E. Carter 32 is finally sprinting ahead to head towards either Painwater or Chutes and Ladders. Though he is not placing torches on his way, which could be troublesome later on. He's coming across a cannon that has already been destroyed, which means that Team Brute has already sprinted ahead even further. Let's see who this is up here.
Looks like Cat's Eye and Caffeine have very similar strategies here. Occasionally exchanging some pot shots, they both have created sandstone walls to protect themselves, and they both mined all of the diamond blocks in the extra diamond room. It's going to come down to a stalemate of trying to get back safely with all of this diamond. These two team members here represent the future of diamond armor for each team, and it will be critical in deciding the match.
The Yellow Jackets have two members between Chutes and Ladders and Painwater, and Brute only has one, and they're currently pinning him down with arrows. Yellow Jackets is
Looks
already
like-
working on a bridge across the Pain Water. Or to the Pain Water.
Caffeine is going to be in trouble here. Cat's Eye has an opportunity to take him out, but quick thinking from Caffeine managed to get behind the wall where it's safe. Cat's Eye also took the opportunity to make himself some diamond armor. It looks like a full set, which means that he is virtually invincible at this point to arrows. It would take 53 arrow shots to kill Cat's Eye right now if he has full health.
WCA tried to brave Pain Water without any protection at all and quickly burned up. And since no beds have been set, E. Carter was able to... Uh-oh.
It looks like Cat's Eye is still trying to keep tabs on Caffeine and possibly take him out before he manages to escape from this area. But he's going to focus on getting out and likely delivering all those diamond bits, all the diamonds to his teammates so that they can also make diamond armor. He's decided he can't wait any longer. He's heading out and picking stuff up, probably going to convert to this team. Caffeine is still making his way out, but at this rate it looks like both teams are probably going to be able to easily make full sets of diamond armor, which is going to make this a very interesting but very equal match. We see the exchange of resources here between Tri and Caffeine, and it looks like Caffeine is going to head out. I didn't see any diamond exchange, so Caffeine is probably going to be trying to deliver all those diamonds. Until they are converted to armor and being worn, then Brute still doesn't necessarily have the diamond armor advantage. But it does look like they are trying to make their way down the lane right now. Here we see Imzer Boy making his way in the direction of Chutes and Ladders. And TM Caffeine as well. It's going to keep on going here. There we go. We have a diamond armor exchange. And they are now set to go. So this is going to be a very... not really very PvP-centric match if everybody's wearing diamond armor. Arrows are not going to be very effective. Looks like the referees...
Yeah, that's taken care of down there.
Okay, so everything's been cleared up and either fixed up or approved.
Yeah, Gypsy and I believe this is TM Caffeine are bridging across Pain Water with 2 full sets of diamond armor.
Indeed they are. Now, what's the status of Yellow Jackets and Pain Water?
Who was it who attempted that? One of them attempted it and burned up really quickly. He tried to do it with no
Alright,
armor at
so
all.
basically, both teams are pretty even right now, so this should be a very, very interesting match. It's going to be very equivalent at this point. Although, it would be a very good time for Yellow Jackets to get back down here on the Pain Water side and some pressure.
Yeah, I believe that TM Caffeine is going to set up a contain here. He may be trying to build a cannon. And this is a very good spot to hit because a lot of people build bases right here on the base, or right here on the side of the mountain, and he can also fire it low to hit the TNT down here and damage their iron.
Indeed. Another good place to build a cannon would be right in front of Pain Water. There's a lot of supplies here that would be very painful to lose. There's a huge amount of arrows and leather, swords and bows, as well as the only entrance to Pain Water. So if you have it protected and guarded with a cannon, you basically have the other team shut down.
And, is anyone running
This is
Pain Water
very-
right now? I kind of lost track of,
No, nobody's running Pain
Okay.
Water at the moment, but they are building a very interesting protective wall. It appears to be on the wrong side of the bridge, but I'm sure they have some plan in mind for that.
That is extremely curious. They've practiced
Yes,
so
I've
much
never
in the
seen
other
that before.
lane. They've
I'm
never
interested
did
to
it.
see what the game plan is there, because that's a unique one.
It could be that they want to make... They're not so worried about getting hit by arrows in their diamond armor. They're worried about falling off and back. And this would prevent them from falling off.
This is true. That is a good point. That is one of the most difficult things, and considering that everybody has diamond armor, as you say,
Yeah, in this case, both
Getting
teams.
shot isn't as bad as getting shot off of the bridge.
Yeah, both teams here have diamond armor. It is possible that this defensive backing could be essential here. If they get shot and don't fall off and they shoot off WCA here, they could lose a whole set of diamond armor immediately. Because this fall into lava is enough to kill them when they hit the ground. Even in diamond armor. I'm pretty sure it is.
Indeed it is. Looks like WCA is trying to catch up to Caffeine, but spending more time on the protective wall than anything else. So it looks like the strategy by Brute there was actually quite clever. Much faster to build a guardrail than a protective wall in this case, considering that everyone has diamond armor.
TM Caffeine
and you're
has
concerned with
entered
about
Pain
falling
Water.
off.
And he is biasing up. I'm not sure.
Oh, looks like it was a false start. Going to hang back and eat a golden apple first, or hang on to a golden apple just in case he needs it. Very good idea. We'll see how that goes. Oh, he's getting shot at by WCA.
Oh, gotta make sure I stay out of the
So
way.
we're getting some good PvP. This is not looking good. Golden apple has been eaten. That's going to help a lot.
And he's getting out of effective range of the arrows. He can still hit him, but it becomes much harder.
Indeed, that's going to be quite a tough shot. WCA is moving forward to try to get a better angle on Caffeine right now. And we see more arrows flying. Still looks like it's going to be a pretty tough shot.
And even with
At
that
this
diamond armor,
point-
even if he gets knocked into the lava, he can survive in there for a good 20-ish seconds, if not more.
Look at those arrows. This is these are excellent shots here. WCA is really keeping right on top of Caffeine here with the arrows. But it looks like Caffeine is probably going to make it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay,
He has
he
made
made
it.
it to the fleecy box.
I'm curious if he's going to sit down in bed here. I suspect he might, based on the fact that they waited for night before even attempting this. And it gives him...
We'll have to wait and see.
Is WCA trying to run Pain Water himself now, or is he going to try to pin him down from coming out?
Well, it looks like we have 2 yellow jackets here at this point, and they're building a little bit more of a platform here. Carter and WCA are currently just outside the entrance to Pain Water. Not sure if they're planning on entering immediately or waiting. I expect that they are probably going to wait and try to kill Caffeine on his way out. But once again, with that diamond armor, he's going to be pretty impervious to arrows, and since they built a guardrail, he's impervious to falling off.
Unless they build a cannon to destroy that. And I do see some blocks going up that
Indeed.
may indicate some cannon construction.
A cannon would be their best option at this point. It doesn't look like they're building a cannon. It looks like they're just building a protective wall, which, once again, is pretty much unnecessary when you have diamond armor. I am really liking the guardrail strategy by comparison.
At first it seemed weird, now it seems normal.
Yep.
TM Caffeine
It
is
seems
coming
like,
back.
why would you do anything else? Yellow Jackets started an attempt, or so it appeared, and then backed off, so they may have been trying to possibly just get a better shot on Caffeine, but then gave up. There's now a bit of a PvP exchange happening just outside of Pain Water between WCA Carter from Yellow Jackets and I'm Zerk Boy from Brute.
TM Caffeine
Let's-
is still progressing through Pain Water on his way back out and has had a couple arrows shot at him, but is still alive and has yet to eat one of the golden apples he most certainly picked up from the wool room, because there are 2 more in there.
Indeed. Oh, this might have been a bad choice here for Caffeine.
Yeah,
It's
if they can
a
hit
bit
him,
of a tough gap to get
if
through.
they could keep hitting him with arrows so he keeps falling, they could have trapped him in that too wide gap of lava.
Indeed. But he made it through.
And he's probably home free.
Okay, we have a connection problem.
And I believe Hakuda is on Team Yellow Jackets.
Indeed. Yellow Jackets currently have 1 team member that's not able to get back into the server. This may affect the match.
Okay, here we are.
Oh, nope, Hakuda was able to get back in.
They do have a cannon up. I don't.
That's a kind of a common problem due to
Oh,
Minecraft
oh!
stuff.
He got shot off, and that is a set of armor. He's actually still alive in the lava, but he's not going to make it to shore in time.
And yeah. Carter is dead. Okay, so the cannon is not going to be completed. Looks like WCA is going to be taking a lot of shots here. Not even trying to go for cover at this point. Just trying to... I'm not sure what they're trying to do at this point.
Well, again, it is 50 hits with an arrow to kill someone in diamond armor.
Well, this is true, but they all have diamond armor at this point. There's pretty much no hope of stopping them unless that cannon is completed. And they are
Somebody-
not going to be able to do it. Caffeine is going to start heading back right now. No, maybe not.
And Zerkboy may have wool.
Oh, little wool
I think I
exchange
saw
there.
some wool there too.
Yep,
I'm gonna see
there's
if
a
they
wool
also
exchange.
stored some in this chest back here. They did
All
not
right, so
store any
there's-
in the chest.
There's virtually no hope of stopping the Red Wolf from making it back at this point. Yellow Jackets are probably going to want to go ahead and try to complete Painwater since Brute have left it unguarded, which is also surprising.
Team Brute did another clever thing here. Instead of destroying their bed back here, they covered it with dirt, which will prevent them from spawning in it, but still leave the bed there in case, for whatever reason, they need to head back and sleep in that bed.
Not a bad idea. Okay, it looks like Yellow Jackets recognize that they are free to attempt Painwater, and WCA is attempting the run right now. Managed to catch his feet in the lava. That was a close one. If you catch your feet in the lava in Painwater, you are very likely to be pulled down into it because of the way damage works. You get injured, you fall down a bit. You'd be much better off hitting your head as opposed to your feet.
It looks like Gypsy is about to make a run on Chutes and Ladders.
It appears that WCA is going to safely make it to the Fleecy box. He has indeed made it in. He's now probably taking some red wool and going to prepare himself to trip back. Possibly crafting something. There may be a bed thrown down here. We'll see. Looks like Hakuda is still having problems connecting, and this is starting to become a lengthy disconnect. So as I said, this may affect the match, and we'll let you know if that becomes the case. Hakuda has joined the game again. Okay, and WCA is making the run back. It's highly likely that he has a golden apple available if necessary. He does seem to continually hit his feet in the lava, though. He's going to have to be careful about that if he wants to make it back in one piece.
I don't see any action at the green wall. I'm heading back to Chutes and Ladders to see if there's anything going on there.
Looks like WCA is going to make it back without too much trouble. There's no pressure waiting for him from the Team Brute side. However, they don't have a guardrail on their bridge, so if he gets shot off of that bridge, then they will have to run Painwater completely again because WCA did not throw down a bed. In fact, they do not even have a bed in their entrance location in front of Painwater either, so... He has thrown down one red wool, though, 2 red wools, so they will have that option to come back to. Looks like Brute has acknowledged that WCA has made it back through Painwater. I saw a single pot shot fired there, but looks like they're not worried about it.
And they have yet to make an attempt on Chutes and Ladders, even though it is clear. Looks like they may have been waiting for TM Caffeine to get down with Diamond Armor. He is sleeping in a bed above Chutes and Ladders.
Indeed, and WCA is making his way back across the bridge. He's taking a moment here to get the lay of the land, it appears. He seems to be kind of worried about the Brute player who was down in Chutes and Ladders, but not worried anymore, and he's making his way back. Looks like he's trying to be sneaky. He's sneaking back here. He doesn't want to be noticed. Now would be a good time for him to take a shot, actually, at whoever it is from Team Brute that is making the Chutes and Ladders run.
That is TM Caffeine.
He's going to do that. He's going to try to shoot TM Caffeine off the ladder.
It's-
This is a good place to put some damage on diamond armor-clad players because fall damage can be so much more painful than bow or arrow damage.
It looks like TM Caffeine is walling himself up and probably calling for help from his team.
Indeed, and WCA has gone back into sneaky mode, placed down some more red wool. Looks like he's got a teammate coming to pick that up and take it back, and that's exactly what's happening. Carter has come and retrieved the one red wool and is now heading back with it. So WCA is going to stay and continue to put pressure on Caffeine, which means that he's going to have a very difficult time making his way up at this point.
This is why Chutes and Ladders is the lockdown point of this map. It doesn't take much to lock anyone down, regardless of what they're wearing at this point, because you can just keep shooting them off this really tall ladder.
Indeed, and it looks like we're going to be experiencing quite a stalemate at the Chutes and Ladders part of the map. Some of the ladders are missing from the Yellow Jacket side.
I believe
I presume that they have not made the run yet. I don't see any platforms or any missing blocks, so they have not.
Yeah, I don't know if this was a scattered explosion from when the iron went off, or if maybe a creeper was exploding while they were running it.
Looks like WCA has lifted the pressure from Caffeine, which is rather surprising at this point. Oh, no, there is a bit of a trench construction happening here. The pressure is back. So just a little bit, you pulled back to do a little bit of preparation, which is probably the right move. Team Caffeine is very cautiously building little individual platforms to cover his head from arrow fire. Not making very fast progress at this point, and it's going to be painful doing each ladder shoot.
I'm curious
in
where the
this
rest
method.
of his team is. I'm going to check to see if they are attempting the green wall at the moment.
I presume that is the case, considering that we are seeing only one member from each team here at Shoots and Ladders. WCA is basically just making sure that Brute does not make any further progress until whatever's happening with the rest of his team gets completed. And I assume that Brute is probably doing just about the same thing, although they probably expected that Caffeine was going to be able to make the run unharassed, which has not turned out to be the case.
I Am Zerkboy was just killed by cave spiders, but Gypsy and Try 348 are still almost to the wool room or the green wool room.
Gypsy has actually also been slain by a cave spider, according to the console there.
That is correct. Try is trying to wall out the spiders by placing some blocks, but he is still under heavy attack, but he is wearing diamond armor, which can be very useful in this situation.
Oh. Caffeine being very bold here. Managed to save himself twice from some pretty serious fall damage on Shoots and Ladders. WCA is continuing to put the pressure on him, but he did manage to get out of the shoot he was in and completely navigate the next one.
It looks
Pretty
like
much unharmed.
It looks like Team Brute has a bed close by because Gypsy and I Am Zerkboy are already back to the bottom of the green wall area. They only have to descend down to the wool room itself and pick it up.
Okay, it looks like Caffeine has waited for his health to regenerate and has moved on to the next shoot. WCA has also moved up to try to put tougher pressure on Caffeine and is being joined by teammates. Looks like Hakuda has come down the lane to join WCA. Still no one from Brute's side to give Caffeine some backup, so Caffeine's got a hard road ahead of him.
Turning around, it looks like Team Yellow Jackets already has the green wall.
Aha, this is very interesting. If the rest of the Yellow Jackets come down here and help WCA to shut down Caffeine and then make the Shoots and Ladders run, they're going to be in very good shape.
Team Brute has the green wall now and is exiting the area. I'm not sure how safe they made their escape, but I assume reasonably. Let's see, there's probably a tunnel. Ah, yes. They should be able to safely get out of here without any trouble.
Indeed. Alright, so it looks like...
It looks like this is all going to come down to Shoots and Ladders.
Indeed, yeah. This is where the match is going to really, basically... It's gonna turn into a stalemate.
It looks like Hakuda from Team Yellow Jackets is heading back to Shoots and Ladders to assist his teammate in locking down Team Caffeine. Team Caffeine has managed to, well, I'm sure you've been showing it, he's managed to get over another
Indeed.
rung
This
of
is
the
where
ladder
he was.
here.
He's actually been stuck here for quite a while because WCA and Hakuda, I believe that's still Hakuda. Oh no, looks like WCA has been joined by Cat's Eye as well. So Yellow Jackets currently appear to have a pretty serious advantage. All Caffeine can do right now is try to cover himself up and move from location to location to keep the arrows off of him.
And just to let everybody
But
know,
it's not going to work out.
both teams have the red and green wool. Neither of them have the blue wool. Team Brute is slightly further ahead in that they have someone in Shoots and Ladders, but they are locked down and can't proceed. And they have two teammates, or two enemy team members, shooting at them right now.
I have to say these two teams are pretty amazingly matched. Very equal, very similar strategies.
Yeah, they both have access to diamond armor and are using it to good effect.
Indeed, and it looks like the Yellow Jackets, are possibly about to start their run, but backup has shown up on the Brute side. Try348 has arrived and is trying to put some pressure on WCA.
I actually think this is
WCA is going with a block stack strategy, which will actually prevent him from getting shot off of anything.
Yeah, this is a really good idea, but I suspect that TM Caffeine doesn't have enough blocks to do this, otherwise he would. He's, building small platforms up every now and then.
Indeed. He's been very conservative movements.
The pressure is really on. TM Caffeine is sprinting ahead. If they can keep shooting him, they have a chance. But he only has to get around one more turn, and this last bit where he has to hang on and place a block under him while he usually tunnels around or heads all the way down to tunnel under is critical.
It appears that he's just making a run for it. He's just going to gun it as fast as he can through the last bit. I think that might not work out too good for him.
Well, it might. I don't see any other members of Team Brute other than that's WCA in the tunnel themselves. Ooh!
That's Team Yellow Jackets. WCA appears to have made a little mistake there. I'm not sure if he was shot off or
He was
not,
shot
but
off.
He fell to his death, and that's a suit of armor that is now gone. And Caffeine appears to be free to continue.
Well,
I'm not seeing any Yellow Jackets. They were all here. I don't know
the
where
diamond
they all
chest
went.
plate is still floating on the bedrock on Chutes and Ladders, but TM Caffeine is free to get into the safe area, and he is almost there. He's only got a couple more blocks to go, and I don't see anyone from Team Yellow Jackets. They all need to be here right now.
This is really, really surprising. I am absolutely perplexed as to what happened to Team Yellow Jackets.
Okay, I see one of them without armor facing off against one with diamond armor and two others without armor at all. Cat's Eye 1985 is on the opposite side of the mountain, and Hakuda is coming back. So this could have been the problem. It could have been Hakuda died, and they could be stuck here. Ooh.
This may decide the match. I have a feeling that Team Yellow Jackets may have actually lost all their diamond armor, which means they are not going to be able to crack through into Chutes and Ladders.
And TM Caffeine is behind his wall, making a safe tunnel, and will be invulnerable to fire. Or you know what I mean. They won't be able to shoot him. Which means he can safely get this wool. The question is he going to try to come back out the way he came in, or are they going to try the handoff in the back of the map? And yes, Cat's
we will
Eye...
find out shortly.
Cat's Eye 1985 is an alt for Renrock. And Gypsy is an alt for Kuka Jammo 95, if you were looking at the team list on Reddit.
Yellow Jackets are really in trouble here. We still only have 2 team members down at this end of the lane. I'm wondering what happened to WCA.
I believe WCA's spawn may have been over at the Pain Water. It may have been in the lava, which would be, or past the lava.
I don't believe that WCA did not place down any bed. So he would have spawned all the way back at spawn. It looks like I just missed him. He did now just arrive with Cat's Eye and Hakuda. And we do seem to be short one Yellow Jacket here. Perhaps they left one behind to gather some more diamond, to make some armor, but they're definitely going to need something more
Carter
than just their regular Minecraft skins.
Cat's Eye.
I'm going to check and see how we're doing down here on the blue wool. I would expect that we're probably getting very close. In fact, it appears that Caffeine may have already entered the wool room. He did indeed, and he's now running out.
Oh, that's what it is.
It looks like they're not going to go with the... Well, let's see. I kind of lost Caffeine here. It might be sneaking. Let's see if I can...
I Am Zerkboy
really
from
hard.
Team Brute is actually currently disconnected, so it's 3 against 4 to Brute's disadvantage, but they are ahead as far as I can see.
Well,